Today we're gonna talk about the number one skill that will make you a successful creative. Back in 2010, during my last semester at college, I received a really interesting piece of advice by one of my teachers. And in fact, this is how I landed my first job. The number one skill that you will need to become a successful creative is learning how to use the pen tool and making proper selections. All the work that you're gonna see from here and now on has been created through pieces that has been cut off from different photographs. This takes me back to how I landed my first job. My school organized a portfolio review day. Different companies came to give some advice to students that were about to graduate. And I was one of them. This was my last semester at school. I was about to graduate and I needed some advice to kickstart my career. I brought some of the work that I built, during my classes, some illustration work, some graphic design work, so I can get some advice from these professionals. Later on that day, one of the professionals that came to my table, it was the vice president of this company called Photophile. When I started explaining my creative process to this person, he asked me a very particular question. He asked me if I am able to use the pen tool and make proper selections so they can use these silhouettes of players and putting them together and make these pieces of artwork. And this is crazy because as a hobby, I used to play around with these characters, anime characters like from Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, and putting them together in cool backgrounds. So basically this involves, doing proper selections with the pen tool, then putting them together in Photoshop in a layered, composition, and then making all these cool backgrounds and make them pop, basically. And that's exactly the work that he showed me that they were doing in their company. And I had those files sitting on my computer, but I didn't consider them as a portfolio piece. I'm not gonna go over the details of how to use the pen tool because there are several tutorials on the internet that you can follow. I really like the tutorials by Nace at Flair. He is an amazing artist and he will go into every single detail step by step and teaching you how to use these tools properly. So I really recommend that you spend some time watching those tutorials and then just become a ninja using the pen tool because it's a skill required in order to move forward with more complex compositions. Tell me, what's your experience with the pen tool? Do you hate it? Do you love it? Share this piece of advice with your friends if you find it useful, and we'll continue the conversation next time.